All right, Cole Strange is in the house. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Onebar. Very special show today. We got top offensive line prospect Cole Strange from Chattanooga in the house. Cole, man, appreciate you hopping on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Any Vikings fans watching this is going to be no stranger to your name. We would love to see you in purple. We need help on that interior offensive line, and you play a couple spots there, so it's an extra treat to have you on today.
Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love to go to Minnesota.
So let's just hop right into it. Majority of your snaps at your career were at guard. I know you had a couple games at tackle and center, I believe. But Senior Bowl too, they kind of sprinkled some center in there. How much of a upper hand do you think that gives you as far as going into the draft to be able to play multiple spots?
I would say pretty well. I know that they normally travel 8 offensive linemen, and I've been told from a number of teams that if they can have a guy who can play all 3 interior positions, it kind of saves them from traveling another. So, and just that one simple fact alone, it's kind of beneficial to have someone who can play multiple positions. We bring less guys.
Yeah, I mean, Vikings are notorious for bringing in guys like this. I mean, we've had Pat Elflein, Brett Bush-Jones, Mason Cole, guys who they can bounce around, and we love it. But on that theme, how difficult is it for an offensive lineman mentally to say go from center, go to guard, back to center? Does that toy with you at all?
Maybe if you were to go back and forth several times in a week or in a game, I think that could be tough. But to be honest, I feel like if you prepare for a position, like you were talking about with the Senior Bowl, I only played center during that week, and I didn't feel like that was too out of the ordinary. I had played center before, but honestly, I'd only played 2 games, and that was back in 2019. So I feel like it's kind of more of a preparation thing. It would be tough if you had to switch several times immediately in a game or something.
Well, you've had quite the off season. You went to the Senior Bowl, absolutely ripped it up. Went to the Combine, lit that up. Your confidence has to be at a fairly all-time high.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you saying that. I do feel good about everything that happened. The Senior Bowl and the Combine and the interviews. I feel like all that went really well, so I'm happy about that.
Well, year in, year out, you hear the label, blah blah blah, small schooler, and then you get guys like yourself, Quinn Miners last year, and they make the transition to the NFL and continue to rip it up. So, I mean, leaving the Senior Bowl, especially going against that top competition, that had to have felt damn good.
It did. That's the perfect way to put it. It felt damn good.
Well, let's talk Combine. You were officially on NFL.com's All Combine team.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's fantastic. But when you look at the Combine from your side, how nerve-wracking is it to not only be out there in spandex, but out there running, knowing that everybody's going to dissect the living hell out of everything you're doing, your 40, everything. I mean, how nerve-wracking is that? Or can you just block that out?
Yeah, I think you kind of have to block it out. I guess it wasn't really anything I was too worried about. And maybe they were, but a bunch of the guys that I worked out with who were at the Combine, I didn't feel like they were too worried about it either. I feel like it makes sense how it could probably seem that way to, anyone watching the Combine or anyone who, just enjoys watching the process. And it's like, holy smokes, this is a huge stage and these guys are just kind of up there in front of the world. But I've been training just for the Combine since like mid-December. You know what I mean? So it wasn't going to be one of those things where I got up there and panicked, but just because I was in front of a camera.
Yeah, you could tell that watching the Combine for years, I feel the most nervous thing I would do is when you do the 40 and you lift your arm up and the dude blows his whistle because you're rocking or you don't put your hand up there long enough.
Yeah.
So you got your pro day March 31st. Are you even doing anything? Do you have anything else to prove? Are you just going to meet with teams or are you actually working out?
Yeah, so I'll be doing a workout. It won't be retesting. I'm not going to, rerun the 40 or the shuttle or any of that, but I'll be doing position drills. And then afterwards, I am doing a meeting with a couple of teams. Right
Nice.
now, I know I have one scheduled with the Giants, but as of now, that's all.
All right, all right. Looking at any draft profile, any high level draft guru that puts a profile out about you, it always consists of the word nasty or mean. And when you see interviews with you, you seem like the complete opposite of that. So how do you turn that on and off so damn quick?
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad that's what people are saying. I feel like it's kind of
It's a compliment.
yeah, it definitely is. I feel like that's just kind of how you have to play the game, or that's what I've always thought. Is that's kind of the only way to play it. I don't know. I guess from the time I was little, I was just kind of taught, be aggressive. And whenever I was taught that as like a little kid, it just equated into trying to rough people up, sometimes doing stuff after the whistle. And then I got told, hey, probably don't do that. But, I started being a little bit more careful, but for the most part, kept all the same ideas,
Man, you were tugging on the heartstrings of Vikings fans all over the place. Who talks more trash, offense or defensive lineman?
I it's kind of hard to say because I feel like you get individuals who talk trash. In Chattanooga, our D line didn't really talk a bunch of trash. We had an edge and like an end who kind of lined up as like an outside linebacker type body type, and they would talk trash. Not even really to us, but we just knew that they talked trash in the games. But the interior guys at Chattanooga, at least, they didn't. They were just like chilling, taking it easy. They weren't running their mouths too much. They were catching their breath.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we obviously Vikings fans, like I said, they want you to come north. Have you had a chance? I mean, you can plead the fifth on this one. Have you had the chance to meet with the Vikings at all? Have they shown any interest so far?
Yeah. So, to be honest, I can actually say I feel pretty positive about I guess, the relationship between me and the Vikings. So, at the Combine, you can have formal and informal meetings. And the formal ones is whenever you go into the meeting room and they have the whole staff in there and you talk with them, it's like 15 to 20 minutes. But, the head coach, the GM, the coordinators, position coaches are talking to you. And I met with the Vikings and I felt like that went really well.
Nice. That
And
is
then
fantastic.
on top of that, now I don't know if I'm supposed, I don't think it's a secret or nothing. My agent told me is I'm doing one of those 30 visits with the Vikings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Love
I'm
it.
excited for that.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. As much as that sounds fantastic for us, I mean, you're from Tennessee, you played college there. There's got to be a part of you that kind of wants to put that powder blue Titans on?
To be honest with you, I grew up more of a college football fan. And I don't know, I feel like that sounds kind of foreign to people who follow the NFL closely because it's like, maybe they follow college too, but maybe the NFL is what they mainly focus on. But until I was really like in high school, I paid almost no attention to NFL except for the Super Bowl. That includes, Tennessee or Atlanta, to the teams close to where I grew up. I would watch and be fans of certain teams, but I tuned in on Saturdays more than I did on Sundays.
Nice. Well, our purple looks better than the powder blue, anyways. So, all right, I'll wrap this up for you. I know you're a busy guy, but do you have any big plans for draft day?
I wouldn't say big plans. Maybe just watch it with my family. My dad had mentioned going out and like going to like a Wild Wings type venue for it. But it's a 3-day fair, and if you don't really know when you're going, it's kind like you're going to go there for each day. So I'm not really sure what the plan is, but I'll probably be somewhere home.
Well, it ain't going to be a 3-day affair for you. No way in hell. That is it. Cole Strange, love everything you just said, man. This has been fantastic. I appreciate you hopping on. Whether you end up in purple or not, wish you the best. Wherever you go, you're going to rip shit up.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you.